Good day everyone, welcome back again to my video. In today's video we will talk about rule number 10, which is the traffic separation scheme. So let's start the first paragraph. A. This rule applies to a traffic separation scheme adopted by the organization and does not relieve any vessel of her obligation under any other rule. So this TSS must be adopted by the IMO and all the other rules still apply. Paragraph B. A vessel using a traffic separation scheme shall proceed in the appropriate traffic lane in the general direction of traffic flow for that lane. Let's watch a couple of examples.
We can see now these two vessels are following the traffic separation scheme. They're in the appropriate lane, following the general direction of flow as indicated by the arrows. So far as practicable, keep clear of a traffic separation line or separation zone. Separation lines and zones are the magenta areas on the chart. Clearly the bit between the lanes is the separation zone and the bits at the edges are the separation.
So far as practicable, keep clear of a traffic separation line or separation zone. Normally join or leave a traffic lane at the termination of the lane, but when joining or leaving from either side, shall do so at a small an angle to the general direction of traffic flow as practicable.
Blue vessel is coming out to leave at as small an angle as is safe and practicable. She's going to a port along the side of the traffic separation scheme, and the green vessel has left at the termination.
Paragraph C. A vessel shall, so far as practicable, avoid crossing traffic lanes, but if obliged to do so, shall cross on a heading as nearly as practicable at right angle to the general direction of traffic flow. Let's watch another example.
Now the red vessel wants to cross the traffic lanes. They've got to maintain a heading at right angles to the direction of flow in each of the lanes. They've got to get straight across as quick as they can. But what happens if there's a tide or a wind blowing the vessel sideways? Well, they've still got to maintain that heading at right angles. Yes, they're going to be swept sideways and their ground track is not going to be at right angles, but their heading must be. You can see that the track over the ground that they followed is actually quite a long one, but they've maintained their right angle heading. The reason for this is you need to maintain aspect and get across the lane.
Paragraph D. A vessel shall not use an inshore traffic zone when she can safely use the appropriate traffic lane within the adjacent traffic separation scheme. However, vessel of less than 20 meters in length, sailing vessel, and vessel engaged in fishing may use the inshore traffic zone. Notwithstanding subparagraph D, a vessel may use an inshore traffic zone when en route to or from a port offshore installation or structure, pilot situation, or any other place situated within the inshore traffic zone, or to avoid immediate danger. Paragraph A. A vessel other than a crossing vessel or a vessel joining or leaving a lane shall not normally enter a separation zone or cross a separation lane except in case of emergency to avoid immediate danger, to engage in fishing in separation zone. So this goes back to the first paragraph where it says vessel need to normally keep clear of separation lane and separation zone. Paragraph F. A vessel navigating in areas near the termination of traffic separation scheme shall do so with particular caution. Let's watch a couple of examples.
Of course, here we're talking about the area where the green vessel is heading. Vessels are coming in and out of the traffic separation scheme. It's going to be busy. You need to navigate with particular.
Paragraph G. A vessel shall, so far as practicable, avoid anchoring in a traffic separation scheme or in areas near its termination. Again, these mixins don't anchor in that area. There's a TSS there because it's a busy area. Paragraph H. A vessel not using a traffic separation scheme shall avoid it by as wide a margin as is practicable. Again, mixins, if you're not using it, just stay well. A vessel engaged in a fishing shall not impede the passage of any vessel following a traffic lane. Now remember back to Rule 9 where the fishing vessel have to keep out of everybody's way. It's the same in a traffic separation scheme. If a vessel is following a traffic lane, a vessel engaged in a fishing is not meant to impede you. G. A vessel of less than 20 meters in length or a sailing vessel shall not impede the safe passage of a power-driven vessel following a traffic lane. So these two, there's less people that they're not impede, but they're still meant to not impede the passage of power-driven vessel following traffic lanes. Paragraph K. A vessel restricted in their ability to maneuver when engaged in an operation for the maintenance of safety of navigation in traffic separation scheme is exempted from complying with this rule to the extent necessary to carry out the operation. Paragraph L. A vessel restricted in their ability to maneuver when engaged in an operation for the laying, servicing, or picking up of a submarine cable within a traffic separation scheme is exempted from complying with this rule to the extent necessary to carry out the operation. So let's watch of a couple of examples.
So in this scene we've got the red vessel wanting to cross the traffic lanes. We know she's got to do so on a heading as nearly as practicable at right angles to the general direction of traffic flow. She's got herself in that position already. The passenger vessel is following the northeast lane and the blue bulk carrier is following the southwest lane. Now, the first situation, of course, the passenger vessel has to come round and give way. It's still a crossing situation, even though it's a traffic separation scheme. The fact that it's a traffic separation scheme just determines where the vessels are and the angle that the red one has to cross at. Once she gets into this second situation, of course, the red one becomes the give way vessel, and she has to come round for the other vessel. She's still trying to cross at right angles, but the crossing situation rule still applies.